Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a one brand tutorial slash first impressions on Physicians Formula. So I went to the Physicians Formula event this past weekend and I got this big bag of stuff. So I'm going to be trying out the stuff that I got in here today along with things that I already have, basically to try to do a one brand tutorial. But I'm also going to be doing a first impressions on a lot of the other stuff. But I would just make it a one brand since I think it would just be easier that way. I already went ahead and did my brows just because the brow thing in here was too dark for me. It's the shade black brown and it's just like a powder in a stick. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Start off with the skin first just because I feel like they have a lot of skin products. Their new like elixir, it's like an oil. Their organic bright booster oil elixir has 100% natural origin. Good stuff for your face. So this is what it looks like. It's just like in a little dropper bottle. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. I'm just gonna take a couple drops and just pat that into the skin. It smells really, really good. This one feels really nice. I like the smell of this one. I think this is actually one of the better smelling oils that I have. So that's really nice. That is that. I do look super glowy. I'm trying to go for like more glowy skin. What else is new? They did come out with a face primer. This is the Insta-Ready face primer. Their Insta-Ready line is basically supposed to like give you really flawless skin to make you look selfie ready for like Instagram and stuff. Shit, I think this was leaking. I'm confused on how this works. Oh, how this works. I'm really confused. Okay, this is not coming out. Oh, I don't think I have a good one. I think I actually got like a bad batch, unless it's supposed to look like that. I don't really know, but it's not coming out of the... We're just gonna pass on this. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like. We're just gonna ignore that really quick. I'm gonna take my normal primer that I've been using lately, which is the Milani Prime Light. I think it leaked or something because the bottle was all like oily, and it wasn't from the oil because the oil was completely sealed. So this is their cushion foundation. I've actually had this. I didn't get this in the new launch stuff. This I've had. I haven't used it yet, but I've had it. It's just sitting here. It's a more perfect time to try it than now. The shade Light. I do know that Physicians Formula has kind of like weird shade selection, so hopefully this works for me. I'm just taking the little cushion that's in here. So it's giving me, it looks like it matches okay. It's giving me a little bit of coverage. I'm kind of just soaking the sponge. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that has pretty good coverage. Say it's like medium coverage. Yeah, I don't like about cushion foundations is there's not like a lot of product in the actual compact. So I feel like you go through it so fast. I remember I used to go through the L'Oreal one that was really, really fast. Little light for me, but will bronze my skin up a little bit. Have pretty good coverage. It gives you like a really natural finish. It's definitely like I would say medium coverage. So I wanted to show you guys that they do have two correctors in like the same kind of cushion form thing, like both in cushion compacts. I personally don't like to color correct. I don't think my skin really needs it. So I'm just going to put these aside. Maybe I'll put them in a giveaway or something. They do have these and I believe that these are out already. So if you guys are into like color correcting, these are available for you. I'm gonna take the thing that I'm most excited for. This is their new full coverage concealer and it comes with this little tiny sponge. I took it out already just because I wanted to wet it. I wanted to mention that when I did wet it, it didn't like expand or anything like a regular beauty blender does. But I did want to get it wet because I like to blend out concealer with wet sponges. So I did swatch this and it seemed really nice, seemed super full coverage. So we'll see. The packaging reminds me of MAC Pro Longwear for some reason. So I'm using the shade Light. So I'm just gonna take a pump. Okay, that was more than a pump, but whatever. And I'm gonna just blend this out with the little sponge that comes with it. So I think it's like a good color match. It's just a little bit darker than the foundation that I have on right now, but I think if I wore like my normal foundation, it'd be fine. I don't know if I really like this little sponge that much. I'm gonna use my beauty blender. Let's see. The formula is like kind of dewy. But you can see like it does cover, wow, it makes this side of my face look disgusting. Jesus, you can see it covers a lot though. But this is definitely a concealer that you're gonna want to set like right away because it is pretty creamy. I look like a naked mole rat right now with no mascara on or anything. I do like it a lot so far. I don't have a setting powder from Physicians Formula, so I'm just gonna use my NYX one because I need to set that like right away. I already know it's gonna crease if I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face because I don't have a powder from them. I'm just gonna use my Wet n Wild powder because it's my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my skin now. I'm gonna be taking the Butter Bronzer, which is my favorite bronzer. I only have like 2 bronzers that I use all the time, and this is one of them. So I'm gonna use this. It just smells so good. It smells like a tropical beach. And I'm just gonna bronze up my entire face with that since this foundation is a little bit light. I'm looking bronzed and tan. Go ahead and use this new palette. This is their new highlight and contour palette. This is the matte one. They also have a shimmer one, but I'm going to use that one for my highlight. Definitely set your under eyes with this one, but I think it was a little bit too dark for my under eyes. It would have made it look a little dark. So this has a highlight, a contour shade, and like also a bronzing shade. I personally like the Butter Bronzer better for bronzer, but I'm definitely going to use this to contour. And inside it also has a nice little contour brush. So I'm going to use this to contour actually. This middle shade right here, the cool tone one. And I swatched it the other day and it seemed really buttery and creamy, so let's hope this works out. I don't know if I like the brush already, like right off the bat. I don't think I like the brush for contouring, so I'm just going to use my regular contour brush that I always use. I feel like nothing's happening. A little bit of this shade as well, because maybe this one's just a little bit too cool tone. So I'm just going to mix both of those. Okay, that definitely did something. I think the other one was just a little bit too light. One of the better contour powders I've used from the drugstore, to be completely honest. Take that shade that I said was too light for me to clean up the bronzer. Take the middle cool shade and contour my nose with that. Hopefully, actually I'm going to mix the two again. Mix both of them to contour my nose. Hopefully it's not too warm. I'm really hoping it's not. I do think that the foundation is breaking up around my nose a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go in with that contour powder and contour my nose. Now for blush, I'm going to take the Butter Blush to go with the Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Natural Glow. There is another one that's a little bit darker than this one, and then there's also 2 new ones coming out as well. That's like a peachy one that I'm really excited for, but this one is like a really pretty natural. It almost kind of could pass for like a blush topper. We'll see how it goes. It also has like that coconut smell like the Butter Bronzer. I love that. A bit of this. Hopefully it shows up on my skin. It is showing up, but it looks more like a really subtle highlighter on me. So I'm just going to put another blush on top because this is definitely like a highlighter for me. Really subtle highlighter. This might be really good for like fair skin, but for me it just looks like something I would put on top of blush. Go in with Luminoso from Milani. Just going to go over that. It definitely like gives you a really pretty glow like from within. I'm not about that glow from within kind of look. I'm more of like a I want to be seen from space kind of glow. So I'm going to take their other palette. So like I said, there was 2 different ones. This is the matte sculpting palette, and then this one is the strobing highlighter one. So these ones are really intense, so I'm super excited to see how they work out. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I just broke it. But it comes with 3 shades. This one would definitely be like a bronzer, or like, I don't think I would use it as bronzer, probably like an eyeshadow. But these 2 right here, let me swatch them. They're like, this one's really white. I don't know how that's, I might mix the 2. And hopefully that will give me like a really pretty highlight. But I feel like if you're fair skin, this white one might work out pretty good for you. Straight away, there's a lot of fallout with this. They're extremely soft, so there's a lot, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can like kind of show you. There's like a lot of stuff coming off. I'm gonna mix the two and hopefully, Jesus, okay. Okay, yes. Come through highlight, come through Physicians Formula, wow. Oh, okay, so that's the white one on top of the other one. That's really intense, but I love it. Definitely if you're like medium skin tone, the middle one will work perfectly fine on you. But if you want to add like that little umph to your makeup, add the white one on top and you'll be seen from space, I promise. I'm just putting the more goldish medium tone one right here on the rest of my face. I don't want like all of it to have the white, but I am impressed AF. It's really, really good. Take the middle one, the gold one, and use that down the center of my nose to give me a slight highlight. Maybe add a teensy bit of the white. That white one is really intense though. I can just imagine like how pretty the white one would be on its own, like on somebody with really fair skin. Yeah, I'm glowing. Glowing for the gods. So that's pretty much it for the face, like for the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the eyes now. I'm going to take their new Insta Ready Eye Primer Duo. I took it out of the box, but it comes in like a duo like this. There is a matte one and a shimmer one. I'm going to take the matte one just because I don't like using a shimmer for priming my eyes. So this one's like a really nice cream color. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to take their new little palette. There's this one, and they also came out with a bronzier color one. I got this one. This is the Smoky Nude one. What it looks like, it's like a little tiny palette, and when you open it up, it has like some blues and smoky colors, but it also has some neutrals and browns over here. I'm probably going to use these shades on this side. And then there's also a brush on the other end. It comes with a little brush, like a little flat brush. I don't know if I would actually use this, but I'm glad it has a brush. So there isn't like a shade in here to set my primer, so I'm just gonna take my face powder and just set that primer down and use this color right here for my transition color. Hopefully it's not like super light. That I feel like the shadows in here are kind of small, that I feel like when I put my brush in here it's gonna go into another eyeshadow. But let's see. I feel like that did nothing. I'm actually just going to mix the two colors right here since I feel like I'm going to do that anyway because it's so close to each other. Makes a good transition. It is blending out pretty nicely. So I'm actually going to take the bronzer that I used, or one of the bronzers that are in here in the matte contour palette. I'm going to take the warm brown one and put that in my crease. Just because I feel like the other palette lacks like transition colors. I liked the bronzier one that they also came out with, but I didn't get that one. I wish I did because it looked really nice. Even like this contour shade is blending out really nicely, just like the other ones in the palette. That actually made a really pretty crease color. Go back into that palette and take this like darker brown over here on the outer corner. These shadows actually blend out pretty nicely. I'm not a huge fan of drugstore eyeshadows. I never have been. I've never really liked any palettes or anything from the drugstore. I just feel like they don't blend very well. They are really easy to blend out. I mean, they're not like the best shadows in the world, but they're definitely blending out, and there is pigment to it too. There's a lot more pigment to the shadow, but I'm dusting it off a lot because I don't want to go like too intense with it. To finish off the eyes, I was going to actually use this shadow in here, but I just didn't think it was going to go well with the look that I was going for already. I'm actually taking this other palette from Physicians Formula. This is, I don't know the name of this, but it's like the sparkly glitter one. I'm going to actually take this shade right here. It's like a really pretty bronze shade. I'm actually going to spray my brush first. I'm taking their setting spray that I'll get to in a few. I'm wetting my brush first, and then I'm just going to go into that shadow. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. Let me zoom you guys in because it's actually really, really pretty. Seriously, such a pretty eyeshadow, you guys. Wow. I'm gonna go in with my blending brush and just blend out the edges. A little bit of fallout though, that's the only thing. I'm just going back over it because I did kind of blend away the color. Now I have the lid color on, I kind of blended it out a little bit. A lot of the glitter came off when I blended it away, so I try to make it as glittery as possible. I'm gonna take the contour palette again and put this bronze shade on my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna take the palette again and put this dark brown also on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take this is their Insta Ready Glide On Gel Eyeliner in Gunmetal Bronze. Put a little bit of mascara on. I'm going to take this one right here. This is a new one as well. This is the Lash Contortionist. This is what the brush looks like. It's volumizing and lengthening brush, grabs even the tiniest and finest lashes for ultra long, luscious fringe. Let's see. I'm usually not a huge fan of any drugstore mascara, so wow, that actually made my lashes look pretty long. I really like that actually. I'm pleasantly surprised. It made my lashes look long and volumized, which is what I actually look for in a mascara. It does get a little clumpy because of this brush. I feel like the brush collects a lot of product on it. You can kind of brush away the clump. A second coat of that actually looks really nice. I'm going to try it on the lower lash line. I'm actually going to bend it. It's supposed to bend like that. I go back with the highlighter palette and highlight my inner corner with the middle shade. That was actually a little bit more gold than I wanted. The whiter shade on top of that to give me like a nice white gold. I'm going to put that on my brow bone as well. Okay, so I went ahead and put lashes on. So I don't have any lip products from Physicians Formula. Honestly, I don't really know if they even have lip products, but I'm just going to use Maybelline Trusted Truffle Lipstick. Honestly, my lip lines probably aren't the best, but I'm just going to go to sleep after this, so it's fine. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and just spray my face with the setting spray and see how it works. So the spray on this is actually really good. It's like a really nice fine mist. It doesn't like spray and like just straight on. Like I know some setting sprays do that. This one does not. Feels really nice, really refreshing. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I actually really like how it turned out. I think it's really smoky and sultry, but not like too dark and anything. So let me just go ahead and give you my final thoughts on everything. So the eyeshadow primer was okay. I do have like my favorite eyeshadow primers, and this one is alright. I just really don't feel like it did anything kind of like make the eyeshadows look brighter or anything. So this one was whatever. There is also the other one that comes with it too, and it's like a shimmery one, and this is really pretty. Like if you want to wear something just by itself, it's a really nice pretty champagne-y pink color. Eyeshadow palette, I do like it. I just feel like I would have been better off with the other one, which is like the more bronzier one. I don't really use these kind of colors, so I did kind of find it hard to create like a look with this one. I did end up liking this palette. This one had like really pretty shimmers. Some of them are a little bit more pigmented than the others. Like some of them are just kind of like glittery, but the one that I used all over my lid was really pretty and I did like it. These right here, definitely my favorite things from the entire new spring collection. Definitely think these are the best products from everything, honestly. This is such a good contour palette if you have like, I would say like light to medium skin tone. I don't know if it would work good for dark skin tones. It's the only thing. I feel like Physicians Formula doesn't really have too much stuff for darker skin tones, which I wish they did, but if you have like light to medium skin tone, I think this would be such a good contour palette from the drugstore. And this highlighter palette I think is really good for all skin tones, because this one would be a really good highlight for deeper skin tones. And the highlights on here are so good. You can see like it gives you a really nice glow. They are pretty intense. If you don't like intense highlighters, then you might not like this. Or you might be able to make it a little bit more subtle with like a light hand. But I definitely think these two are the best things that I've tried from them. Definitely recommend picking these up if you can find them. I believe these should be launching in March, so soon. This eyeliner was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like good, so it was kind of just like whatever. I actually did like the mascara. This is the, I forgot what it was called again, the Lash Contortionist. I believe they're already out. If not, it should be out in March, but it did give me really nice volume and a little bit of length, but I do actually really like it, which is rare because I don't really like drugstore mascaras that often. I do like the setting spray as well. I will let you guys know if it kind of makes your makeup last a little bit longer through time. Like I said, I'm just gonna wash this makeup off right after this, so I can't really give my opinion on the setting spray, but I do like the mist that comes out. Like, it's a very fine mist and it kind of goes all over. It doesn't just like shoot in one spot. These two I think are already out in stores. They're like the correctors, so there's like a green, yellow, and like a peach and lavender. So there's also these that are launching with their spring line, as well as this new gel liner in like a pin. It kind of reminds me of the Benefit Their Real liner or whatever, the push-up liner. That's what it reminds me of. I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to let you guys know that they also do have this, and then two other liners, black one and then also a champagne, which would be really pretty for the waterline if you want to like kind of brighten your eyes a little bit more. Pretty much all of the new stuff. Most of this is part of their new line, except for this and the butter bronzer. These are already older products, and I believe this one is an older product as well. I definitely recommend some of the things. Some of them are really good, and then some of them are kind of just like whatever, but nothing in my opinion was really bad. Like, I don't really think there was anything that was like, oh my god, this sucks, like I don't recommend it. Like, I feel like everything is really good. It's really hard to find good things from the drugstore. Like, there are some things that are really good, but a lot of it's kind of hit or miss, and I definitely think a lot of this was good. I really like the bronzer. I always recommend this. This is such a good drugstore bronzer. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.